Welcome back to another video. I'm telling you now, the natural disasters we're about to witness are absolutely insane. Make sure you stick to the end though, because it does get more intense as it goes on. With that being said, let's get right into it. What is that? It's like a star, a meteor. I've seen that before, I'm pretty sure. I've seen this clip before, it's actually crazy. And it seems real too, literally ring camera, top left. It's like a star of lightning. That's weird. What is that? Oh yeah, no, it's over. If I'm in that, it's over. It's over. It's actually, that's crazy. How does one even, oh boy, your belongings. Alright, a fire. We're starting off, well, not small, but like, I could see this developing into something insane. Especially how it's, yeah, a tornado, it's just wind. Fire literally lives off of oxygen. Yeah, it's over. That's why they say if your oven ever catches on fire, never fully open it. You're giving it oxygen to literally blow up. Yeah, as expected, it developed into something absolutely insane. How does one even control this fire? That's crazy. Oh, and it got 10 times bigger. That's actually wild. That's a wild fire. Anyone laugh? All right. Well, I'll be quiet. It's getting smaller, I think, but way more smokier, though. That's a lot of smoke. It's literally a tornado. Looks like a legit natural fire. I can't tell if it's getting controlled or not. Thankfully, it was not in like a town.
Look at the top. Oh my God.
What is this?
Never.
What am I looking at here?
That is bizarre.
Does anyone know what this is? What is this? There's a trail from the sky to the water itself, and it's causing some sort of effect. Like it's smoking?
Susan, have you ever seen him? No.
That boat's going towards it.
Look at the top, y'all. You can see the water coming down it.
It's not water coming down. That's not how it works. It's wind.
It's wind?
Yeah.
Hey, why did that happen?
It's just, I used to know. I don't know anymore.
Y'all, that is so cool. On your birthday, Harrison.
Anyone hear that? I used to know. I don't know anymore though.
Who cares?
Bro,
Your own water spout on your birthday.
Water spout. Never heard of a water spout before till just
I wish
now.
I could call Will and Tara to look in the thing.
You can hang up.
No, I want to video it. It's too cool.
All videoing it.
Call Will and Tara.
Look at that.
Jacob, call Will.
You call. Here's your phone.
Look at it. Oh my God.
So I guess it's nothing crazy considering the fact that
Tara?
no one's freaking out. Right? Considering the fact that no one's freaking out, I think it's fine.
coming right toward us.
What happens if it goes right towards you?
Y'all need to come up here.
Bro's just walking casually.
Hyper gonna get blown away.
Please tell us we see the boat. Oh my god, it's gonna touch the
Oh,
boat.
got the dog.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh. is he just so calm? Imagine you get sucked into that, it's over for you.
Oh,
And it's back.
look, it just picked up right there.
Has anyone ever seen this?
Wow.
Wow, that's a first. I'm learning a lot of things about nature right now. These floods are insane, and you just ruined. You're just inhaling water into your motor. People think going fast helps. You're just going into the water that you would have gone into regardless faster. Yep, and your motor's shot. Not in the 4 Series. Not. Is that it? No. I was gonna say, if that's an M4, it's not.
Volcano in the Philippines just erupted and it produced lightning inside of its own ash cloud, and the footage looks absolutely unreal. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but this is obviously insane. This volcano in the Philippines just had an explosive eruption that only lasted 2 minutes. But in just those 2 minutes, it launched glowing rock 1.5 kilometers up into the air, it sent superheated gas racing down the slopes, and blasted an ash plume 2,500 meters above the crater. But what's getting everybody's attention right now, including mine, is what happened inside of that plume. There was volcanic lightning that struck 3 times. You don't even know what that is, do you? They're saying that whenever a volcano erupts, billions of ash particles smash into each other at insane speeds, and that friction builds up static electricity. This is actually the same exact thing that happens whenever you run a birthday balloon all through your hair. Except the difference is that the charge gets so massive that it discharges as full bolts of lightning inside the ash. And the eruption also set the entire mountain on fire. Ash blanketed 13 entire cities, schools had to shut down, and families had to be evacuated, so it is serious. Earth literally said fire, ash, and lightning. Pick a struggle.
All the above, they said. No. No. You come home and you see that?
Oh my gosh, it's just missing that. Whatever that is.
Did it directly impact the house?
It's just missing that barn.
I think so. There, a fire guy drove back there too. I don't know if he got out of there. The house looks good to me.
Holy shit.
Wow. Wow. It's a stunning and rare look at a waterspout, not from the ground, but high in the clouds. This video was captured as a flight to Phuket, Thailand descended and storm clouds moved in. The passenger who recorded it said the funnel got at least 100 feet high as it snaked between the ocean and the clouds. And just like a tornado on land, a tornadic waterspout sprouts from severe thunderstorms.
So that's how they happen. All right. Something tells me someone's lying here. Someone's lying
Y'all
here.
let me know how y'all feel in the comment about this video, because this video is looking kind of real. Them kids seen what they saw and skedaddle. They got out that gym. They ain't waste no time on photo grade. Shit is crazy.
Another flood? Oh, the guy hanging onto his bike for dear life. I mean, what else do? You can't do anything. Oh boy. Insurance companies after this must suffer. Can only imagine their insurance premiums living there if you're exposed to stuff like this. Wow. That's bad. That's really bad. Wow, that's crazy. Poor cars.
You thought one giant sinkhole tearing Indonesia apart was bad? Tell me why they just found 700 sinkholes opening up in Turkey. And y'all, these things are not small either. They're talking about 150 feet deep and 150 feet wide. These things can swallow up buildings. Look at that. Don't that look like an eye? What the? Look at this, y'all. These things are giant.
This is one of 700 sinkholes that have opened up across Turkey. As you can see, they're not small ones. These are gigantic. Here's another one that opened up right in the middle of a farmer's field. You can see how large this is. So here's a video of the vastness of some of these sinkholes that was put out by the London Daily Mail. And they look like meteor craters. They're so big. These are drones that are flying inside of the sinkholes throughout Turkey. Like I said, there are 700 of these. And apparently in the book of Numbers, they talk about sinkholes opening up like this sometime. And apparently this is happening all throughout Turkey very rapidly. I didn't really realize it was quite so.
And here's the crazy thing. I read up on Turkey, and apparently they have a whole bunch of underground cities there, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But do you guys believe this has anything to do with this? Because whenever we hear about this, y'all, we never hear the ending to this, right? We'll see this, so many people will videotape this, but we never hear anything related to this. Like, why? What is this? What is this, y'all? And then there's actual books that speak about this. When we see this, you know, this is like a bad omen, you know, but in a good way, right? The endings, beginnings. But yeah, y'all, giant sinkholes open up in Turkey. Not one of them, but 700, y'all. But yeah, something is definitely happening under there, y'all. The bunkers, y'all, remember? Let me know down in the comments, y'all. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Oh. That's going straight to them if it's not controlled.
About to make the biggest fire roll you've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Getting ready for spots? Getting ready for spots, or if it just... Alright.
Lethal ball lightning is attacking over 400 million people, and once it sees you, you cannot get away fast enough. People were terrified after scientists claimed that ball lightning is not lightning at all, but a dire weapon created by nature that can rip open people in seconds. We're documenting sightings of it entering homes through walls and closed windows without breaking them, and following people through rooms. Haunting reports show it came out of a family's fireplace during a storm, knocked the father unconscious, and burned 30% of his 5-year-old daughter's body. And 87 documented cases show it appearing inside airplanes, floating down aisles past passengers, with half the passengers then exploding. But it gets much stranger as witnesses expose that it moves against the wind, changes direction on its own, locks onto a person, and follows them from room to room, with one caught on camera just hovering still for 23 seconds as it was just watching the person. Find Next will not be on this app for long. Lethal ball lightning is attacking over 400 million people, and once it sees you, you cannot get away fast enough. People were terrified after scientists claimed that ball lightning is not lightning at all, but a dire weapon created by nature that can rip open people in seconds. We're documenting sightings of it entering homes through walls and closed windows without breaking them, and following people through rooms. Haunting reports show it came out of a family's fireplace during a storm, knocked the father unconscious, and burned 30% of his 5-year-old daughter's body. And 87 documented cases show it appearing inside airplanes, floating down aisles past passengers, with half the passengers then exploding. But it gets much stranger as witnesses expose that it moves against the wind, changes direction on its own, locks onto a person, and follows them from room to room, with one caught on camera just hovering still for 23 seconds as it was just watching the person. Find Next will not be on this app for long.
Buddy, you're good. It's about that. Come here. You're good. Just stand there. You're good.
That's cool.
Mike. What? Come here, G.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, Lord. G, come here, slow job. Outside. Outside. What was that?
Just going over there.
Everybody okay?
Yeah.
It's still going. We're good. Y'all all right? It's still going.
Have you guys seen what occurred in Nebraska? It was something that was out of this world. Take a look at this.
You guys,
Check
this is
this
not
out.
time-lapse, manipulated video. This is actually live right now. The camera every once in a while moving around too, but that is a lot of lightning. And that's been happening, accompanying winds of 60, 70, even up to 90 miles an hour
Wow.
in the eastern part of Nebraska.
Hear that?
So unfortunately, I was just checking on the power outage situation. We're talking about, about 18,000 customers that are all of a sudden without power across Nebraska due to these powerful storms.
So you have a thunderstorm in Nebraska at almost 6 a.m. where almost 18,000 people lost power. But did you see how frequent and how fast that lightning was lighting up the sky? Take a look at this other video I got. Look at this video right here. What does that look like to you? Tell me what you think that is. That lightning? That's insane. Look at this. So once again, I'm going to ask you the question. That looks like lightning that we're all used to seeing. Am I right? What does this look like to you? Does it look like the same bolt of lightning I just showed you? Because once again, that didn't look like what they're claiming it looks like. But let me know your thoughts in the comments as to what you think that was. Was it a thunderstorm or was it something else? And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
What? How? That's crazy. That's wild.
Rogue waves were thought to be just folklore until a few decades ago. Like a brain aneurysm, they're difficult to predict and extremely dangerous. It's like they attack out of nowhere. Reports describe them as a wall of water, steep and with a deep trough that just plummets down. Normally, waves occur from wind. There's also the occasional underwater disturbance like earthquakes or landslides. But all those have a series of waves, even if they are miles apart. But a rogue wave is a single massive wave, at least twice the size of all the others. Which mathematically, where did all this extra energy come from? In 2008, the Riverdance cargo ferry was just 10 miles from its destination when it was hit by a rogue wave. A Norwegian tanker was hit in 1974, and even in freshwater Lake Superior. It's believed a rogue wave sunk the SS Edmund Fitzgerald in a storm. Rogue waves are uncommon and essentially impossible to predict. So not much is known about them yet, but they appear to happen most frequently off the southeast coast of South Africa, probably due to a collision with wave swells and currents, where the current acts as like a kind of optical lens and focuses the wave's energy into a single point.
Those are rocks. Those are literal rocks falling from the sky. Boulders, if you will.
This footage documents an error in the matrix simulation. A clear demarcation line is visible between an area receiving no rainfall and an area receiving heavy rainfall. This footage is consistent with a rendering boundary error in the precipitation system. In a natural atmosphere, rainfall gradients do not produce hard boundaries of this nature. The boundary is observed moving toward the recording location at a consistent rate. One witness on the ground appeared to cross the boundary on foot without incident. Monitoring for additional errors of this nature is ongoing.
Whoa! Hey! Oh!
Is that thing gonna fall off too? Is that machine gonna Why did you stop recording? Move. It's literally going your way. It's going your way.
Is that a fucking tornado coming down?
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
This was not weather. This was a target. Something in the cloud required immediate engagement. This was captured on a phone camera. A missile was launched into the formation. A contained detonation occurred inside the cloud. A black object exited at high speed immediately afterward. The cloud structure then collapsed and fell. Ownership remains unverified. Direct approach is not advised.
Oh my god. Oh. No, Dave, no! Dave! Holy shit. Hey, bro.
There are places on Earth where the ground can literally collapse beneath your feet. Sinkholes form when the ground below the surface erodes away and the surface eventually can't hold it anymore and collapses. It's most common in areas with limestone or gypsum below the surface because those rocks are more prone to being eroded by rainwater or groundwater. Some common areas here in the US that see sinkholes are Florida, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Texas. Back in the 80s in Winter Park, Florida, a massive sinkhole opened up that swallowed part of a neighborhood and their entire swimming pool. And then also in Florida in 2013, a sinkhole opened up beneath a man's house while he was sleeping. And then in Bowling Green, Kentucky in 2014, a sinkhole opened beneath the Corvette Museum and swallowed 8 rare Corvettes. But sinkholes happen all over the world. They're actually pretty common in Guatemala. They have seen some pretty big ones, including this one in 2010 that swallowed an entire 3-story factory. Now, because we have dug all underground to put water mains and sewer pipes, our aging infrastructure is actually causing leaks that can then cause sinkholes. I used to have an irrational fear of sinkholes as a child, and every time I see one on the news these days, it reignites that fear.
Yup, our ground is now opening up and swallowing people whole, and we are not only experiencing biblical level disasters, but it is happening exactly as the Bible warned, and we are approaching the end. People were terrified after an almost 10,000 square feet sinkhole opened up in Bangkok, Thailand, right next to the Bahira Hospital, swallowing up cars and almost the entire hospital building. With the Bible predicting in Isaiah 24:17-20 that when our earth starts breaking down violently and swallowing us whole, it will be much too late to run. Haunting reports show sinkholes recently opening up in Brazil, 42 in Turkey alone, a lot of the southern states in the US, China, and many parts of the UK, and this is all happening at once with no warning. But it gets stranger as many experts were reporting these were all just pipe bursts, even though the hole was completely hollow and went very far down, much bigger than any pipe. And given how fast it happened, many do not believe this is human-caused.
The world is focusing on Florida. Not many people know that the Sahara Desert is flooding right now. And the pictures are insane. After 6 consecutive years of drought, the Moroccan Sahara was hit with what meteorologists called an extra tropical storm. And it brought an amount of rain that the region hasn't seen in up to 50 years. And here's the crazier part. This flooding may actually change the course of the region's weather for months and years to come. That's because the air will now retain more moisture, which causes more evaporation and draws in more storms. NASA satellites showed water rushing in to fill the famous Lake Erie, which had been dry for almost 50 years.
Wow. You're like a funnel now, Bill.
This dude said they was up under a tornado warning at the truck stop, and the truck stop done closed the doors and locked them. Watch this.
The TA in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Do not come here. We are currently under a tornado warning. And these fools want to lock the doors where we cannot get inside and take shelter. It's crazy. So yeah, the TA in Mount Vernon, Illinois, I do not suggest coming to it.
Wake up, gods! There's a divine being out there manipulating their plasma using it as a Merkaba light body vehicle. And they describe this phenomenon as ball lightning. But pay attention. Plasmoids are coherent structures of plasma and magnetic fields, often described
So this
as
does exist.
ball lightning.
It is real.
We can control our plasma and create plasmoids to become superhuman. Jubilee, she creates plasmoids as her powers. And if you still don't believe that we can do this, look at this. The chakras, our electromagnetic field, it all looks the same. It's shaped like a star. Look at the shapes. Once you unlock your chakras, you elevate to a higher frequency. The sky people, our ancestors, the stars, they travel with Merkaba, their light body vehicles, and they can do what they want and go where they want to go. Your body has an electromagnetic field, and you create plasmoids through trapping plasma within a magnetic field. Or you can shoot high voltage electricity at gas. And you have that in your body already. Nikola Tesla already knew about the body having electromagnetic fields and giving off free energy. We have to master science. Then we can elevate our frequency and move how we want to move.
The fucking Lord, no! Oh my
No.
Dude, no!
Fuck,
Oh my
man.
god.
Come on!
Gooses are getting cooked! I say again, the gooses are getting cooked!
Get out the house, man. Let
Through.
that out.
Poor car. Oh wow. What do you even do? What do you even do at that point? You just pull over and just wait it out? Oh.